All right, so anyone else feeling like they're kind of living on Cardi B and Offset's X feed these days? It's just wild, right? Accusations flying, divorce talk. Honestly, you can't look away.
It's messy, no doubt. And I think what makes it even more, I don't know, compelling is that it's playing out against this backdrop of their, well, very public relationship history, which is, full of these kinds of
Yeah,
blow-ups.
for sure. Like, it's almost like a recurring theme with them, right? It's
Hmm.
2025, and they're filing for divorce again.
Hmm.
This after, let's see, marrying in 2017, culture arriving in 18, the whole cheating and separation thing that same year, then patching things up, having Wave in 21, and now here we are again.
Yeah, and I think that history is important to keep in mind. It's not like this is happening out of nowhere.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So what we're going to try and do today is, I guess you could say, unpack it all. We've got posts, we've got reports, we've got rumors. It's a lot. We want to see if we can sort through it all, look at it from different sides, and maybe, just maybe, make some sense of it.
Exactly. It's about, like you said, unpacking it, going beyond just the headlines and trying to understand, what's really going on here.
Okay, so let's start with Cardi.
Huh.
She's been pretty vocal on X, right? And she hasn't been shy about hinting that she's got, well, let's call it information that could be damaging. And it sounds like it goes beyond just Offset.
Yeah, that's a pretty powerful move, I think, to come out publicly and basically say, I've got things I could reveal. It puts her in this position of like knowing something big, and it's interesting because it implies it's not just about her relationship with Offset, it's wider than that.
Yeah, and then you add in the whole thing with TMZ reporting that she believes Offset's been working with bloggers to, like, trash her reputation.
Right, and that really ups the ante, doesn't it? Suddenly, it's not just a couple having a fight; it's a calculated campaign. It makes it much more adversarial.
And, I mean, she's even got so far as to say the things she could reveal would be shocking. Like, come on, she's totally trying to get everyone's attention right.
Right.
Build that suspense. And the story she seems to be telling is, I was wronged, but now I'm taking back control.
Yeah, and that whole idea of taking back control, I think that resonates, especially with, their history of infidelity. It positions her as someone who was maybe like silent before or forgiving, and now she's not.
Okay, so that's Cardi's side. Now, what about Offset? He's not exactly staying quiet either. His responses on social media, I mean, he's pretty much straight up accusing her of playing the victim.
And that immediate pushback, I think it tells us a lot. He's not accepting her version of things at all. He feels like he needs to defend himself, like he's being portrayed unfairly.
And he's also hinted, right, that he's got dirt of his own. It almost feels like they're in this, like, standoff, each one holding this, like, potential bomb over the other.
It's a classic case of mutual assured destruction, kind of. Even if we don't know the specifics, just the fact that both of them are implying they have this, like, explosive information, it just makes the whole situation so much more volatile, so unpredictable.
Yeah, and the way he's been posting, it's like he's trying to present his side of the story to kind of counter what he sees as, you know, Cardi's narrative.
Yeah, that's a pretty common dynamic in these kinds of public breakups. Each side wants to control how the public perceives them, right? They want to garner sympathy, minimize their own blame. It's a PR battle as much as anything else.
Okay, so we've got Cardi, we've got Offset, but then there's everyone else, right? All the fans, the commentators, the, like, internet sleuths. And there's some theories floating around. One of the big ones is, get this, that the whole thing is a PR stunt tying perfectly for Cardi's new album, which, by the way, dropped today. What a coincidence.
Well, the timing is definitely eyebrow-raising, isn't it? I mean, you've got this huge personal drama unfolding right as she's releasing a new album. You can't help but wonder if it's all connected somehow.
Exactly. It's like, is this real? Or is it just a really good marketing strategy? And then there's also this idea that maybe they're both just, I don't know, playing it up for attention. Like it's all just a big, messy reality show.
And that's not entirely out there, considering their history. I mean, they've broken up and gotten back together publicly before. It almost become part of their brand, in a way.
Yeah, and I've heard that even within the industry, some people are thinking, well, they know what they're doing. Like they know that all this drama gets people talking, and in the entertainment world, that's gold.
Yeah, it really shows how blurry the lines have become between a celebrity's personal life and their, like, public image. In a world where everyone's competing for attention, sometimes you got to keep things interesting, even if it's messy.
And then there's this other theory, which I got to say is completely unverified, but it's making the rounds on X today. The rumor is that Offset might have a secret child. And if that's true, well, that could be the shocking secret Cardi's been hinting at, right?
Yeah, if that turned out to be true, that would definitely change the whole narrative. I mean, that's a whole other level of betrayal. It would make Cardi's anger, make a lot more sense. But like you said, it's just a rumor for now.
Right, and it just goes to show how fast these things can spread online and how they can, like, shape people's opinions, even if there's no proof. It's wild.
Absolutely. Social media is a breeding ground for speculation. One little rumor can turn into this whole alternative narrative that people start believing, whether it's true or not.
So let's talk about how people are reacting. I mean, X is a war zone right now. Fans are picking sides. Team Cardi versus Team Offset.
That's pretty typical, honestly, with these kinds of celebrity breakups, especially when it's so public. People get invested, they feel like they know these people, and they take
Oh,
sides.
yeah. Like, I saw one post that said, Cardi dropping T and Elm on the same day. Queen shit.
Yeah.
It's like people are praising her for, I don't know, her, like, mastery of the situation.
It plays into that whole idea of her being in control, turning a bad situation to something that benefits her. And
Yeah.
people love that like boss energy.
And then on TikTok, I mean, it's just a flood of memes. People are making fun of Offset, celebrating Cardi. It's a whole thing.
Well, humor is a way of processing these things, right? It can be a way of showing solidarity, of expressing your opinion without being like super serious about it. And memes, they're so shareable, they really can shape the conversation.
Meanwhile, you've got Offset's fans sharing old videos of them together, all lovey-dovey, like they're hoping it'll somehow bring them back together. It's kind of heartwarming, in a way.
Huh. It shows how much people can get attached to these celebrity couples. They see those good times and they want to believe that, love can conquer all.
And then there was this one tweet that I just thought was perfect. It said, "These two fight more than my parents, and I'm tired." And it got, like, 50,000 likes.
It's so true, though. It can get exhausting, can it? Keeping up with all the drama, the breakups, the makeups. It's like, just make up your minds already.
Right. So I think it's safe to say that what we're seeing here is probably a mix of real feelings and, maybe a little bit of calculation. Especially with the album release. I mean, come on.
Yeah, it's hard to ignore that timing. It makes you think that there's at least some level of strategy involved. But how much is genuine and how much is, for show? That's the big question.
And the fact that Offset keeps firing back, it doesn't feel like he's just going along with some, like, pre-planned storyline. It feels like there's some real anger there?
Yeah, he's not just sitting back and letting things happen. He wants to have his say, too. It suggests that he feels like there's something at stake here, something worth fighting for.
But then when you look back at their history, I mean, who knows what's going to happen? They've broken up and gotten back together so many times. It's almost impossible to predict.
Exactly. They've got this pattern of like extreme highs and lows. So, is this really the end? Or is it just another chapter in the Cardi and Offset saga? It's anyone's guess, really.
So let's hear from you guys. What do you think? Is this it for Cardi and Offset? Or will they find their way back to each other yet again? Hit us up in the comments. Let us know your thoughts. This is definitely a story that's not over yet.